It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette, I must say. I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be... Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal.
I understand your request.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So, a family is like a large body of water with, as someone who watches over this system, I would, of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean. But I would not see their existence
Did you get any?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to...
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's...
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect.
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my end, unless absolutely necessary.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future...
Tartuffe. Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette.
You choose your words carefully and...
My thanks for your generosity. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhna.
Indeed. I trust you would...
All right, Traveler Paimon.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions eat... Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether... I do not expect an explanation as to why you...
What exactly were you talking about? Paimon only heard you mention some...
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything... Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you,
Oh, shoot. Are you... Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers. Well, let me...
Oh, you don't have to give it...
Please, I want to. It's my fault, really.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you.
I'll take 3 papers. Here.
Oh! Thank you for your... If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take a...
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson.
Actually, what? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious.
Wait, why are you being so...
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad.
Then what do you...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate.
Okay. Sounds...
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Step on up! What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone care about what once happened. It was before I became a harbinger. And before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children. Clairvy was happy here. For a time.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the one. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to...
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth. Only Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruware.
Wait, the friend?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruware, on the other hand, was rather... Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruware that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried, even with her body racked with pain. She would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruware weren't children anymore. It was during this time that Peruware suggested a new plan. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her if she couldn't escape and fight back. Precisely. Death was the only way. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, from that moment on, Peruere's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed, it was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you too.
Crucibina, you mean?
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where the moment she acted. Any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. Peruere won the battle. And became a harbinger herself.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Peruere.
I left that name behind long ago. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to... And that is where the story ends.
Yeah. Based on what you just told...
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence... You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse, of course. The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly... Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were...
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped.
So if all of that is true...
Indeed. She's a rather... But other times, she would hide from... Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information... Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes? The reason... But... No matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her... So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules.
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. But I do believe I've kept my end of the deal.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him? Seeing something like... Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill...
Huh? Are you...
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch.
By traitors?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Nantoy clearly said, if only Sato added, Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and
I did not! You're lying!
it's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch were birds locked in a cage. The only...
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our
Liar. You wouldn't be
We all live in the House of the Hearth. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came...
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it...
Filial, Nance, I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay...
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz, we...
Chapleau, according to the rules of the house,
All those who betray the house.
and so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say,
Please reconsider, Father. We all come from broken families. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Philly, so please, Father.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please. Linny, you... I also agree with Linny.
an order once given. However, given the extent...
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not... However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait.
Impossible. Father, Did you hear that, Traveler? Lynn and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? If they lose, those people from the house are really...
Don't you want to say a proper good...
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help.
What's wrong? Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
This is where you fall. Overruled.
Now's our chance!
With these rising flames! What pitiful attacks! I thought I taught you better.
stronger than I expected.
Closer now.
I'm going in!
With these rising flames!
Surprise!
Get in gear!
What pitiful attacks! I thought I taught you better.
Let's light it up!
Everlasting as the moon! Transfixed!
Over here! Cubing up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Now our chance!
Spare your energy. Running is of little use. Have a taste of Purgatory.
Father's even stronger than I expected.
Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of Telemusing. If I really have to draw my blade, then...
Everybody stand!
Like a fly tangled in a web. Witness my rise.
And voila!
Not bad.
You alright?
You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
Gonna hurt in the morning. Let's light it up! Going in!
Transfixed.
Try to pace yourself.
Surprise!
This. You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon. I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me. I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests after...
Lenny,
Given that I am the victor of this duel. As agreed.
No!
I never thought things would end like...
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this... Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping.
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for.
Wonderful. Then,
Bottled flames?
indeed, they're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special, once ingested, searing pain will spread across every if you can withstand the pain. When, in other words, administering this concoction will kill the Memory is a mysterious thing.
So, you're just...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die.
Even so, I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filio. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver.
Of course.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the...
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottle. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer... Thank you for all you've done.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Lenny.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
Can we talk now? You really are Perry, aren't you? Wait, did I somehow...
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little! Look, she's so speechless! Oh. Huh? That's it? You accept... Yep. If that's what Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious, but can you tell me about it?
You never stopped trying to At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. And later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through... But you called on everyone to unite. To fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down, but somehow, I still think I understand. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different
Is that so? But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as it's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and
That's more than enough. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king. And a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places.
Really? Of course! We've traveled up... You know, I used to dream playing the lute while singing into the winds. Ah, that's where Mora comes from. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new... It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother? She probably wouldn't. Those yokai you mentioned. I once saw a drawing of this one guy... Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. I was always too afraid to skip Mother, but at the academia, I bet you... I'm just kidding. The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette... Oh, no. Don't worry. We were able to turn the situation around super... How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay, so it was...
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new... Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Paraware. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as... But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, whatever regrets may linger.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Father, the bottled flames have been...
And you? What have you...
Thank you for giving us that choice. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my... I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay.
I just... never understood what you...
You're brave, talented. You would do anything to protect them.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero? Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would... I'm not deserving of that title.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction, and then we may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be, even without that strength. You still chose to face me in a
Father.
No one knows what the future holds. What if reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would... Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Well, the road ahead is not an easy one.
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Protecting my family at all costs.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly... Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a... At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember no matter how arduous the journey ahead. I hope we both...